Hello, and welcome to Weed and Grub.
How do I look?
Like you're over it.
Good to go? All right. Oh, actually, I know we started, but let me check very quickly what my numbers are.
Okay.
And I'm a failure.
No, did you hit a mill?
Nope, 998,000.
Oh my God.
I'm a failure.
You're going to hit 1 million while we record this episode.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
But as of right now, not good enough.
Well, someone outside with their big car agrees.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. At first I was like, oh, wow. My reel about doing the Exorswift.
It's the best.
I can't recommend it enough. Go take mushrooms, see a scary movie, and then go see Eras with Taylor Swift and dance yourself clean. But yeah, it's funny because when I put that reel up, like it started to get traction, and I'm sure I'm actually helping Travis Kelce's case quite a bit as well.
Why?
Well, I DM'd him and I just wrote the words "you're welcome" with a link to my reel.
Yes.
I don't know if it's in his requests. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but I haven't heard back yet.
He'll get to you.
When it hits 1 million,
He'll be
sure.
like, please come on my very successful podcast and talk about your amazing joke where, Exorswift.
Yeah.
Because for people who don't know, the joke really starts with like, if you Barbenheimered this summer, make sure, right?
You also Exorswift. But the key is to take a lot of mushrooms before you see the scary movie. And that's what I wanted to talk about today is because like the comments on
your Exorswift joke on
they drive me crazy.
Is this TikTok?
Yeah, I'll just read them out loud. No,
okay.
This is on so anyone, one, watch it please, because I can't stand this. But two, like it drives me crazy when people write stuff like if he took shrooms the night before, he would have had to double the dose the next day for them to have an effect. His story sounds like bullshit.
Okay. 728 Nate.
So I guess like the amount of mushrooms I took, what if it was more? What if one night, like on Halloween, I took microdoses capsules the first night, and the second night I just took raw stems and caps?
I was with you and I watched you do that.
And I had fun.
Yeah, you sure did.
I was a bright shining light.
Yeah, your eyes were like little spiral pinwheels. It was great.
Yeah, and then everyone who's like, isn't it great that this clown knows that comedy club audiences are so well? It's deeply sick to know that drugs are an important and commonly used by addicts all over America. Do you know addicts? This is not funny. So he's equating taking mushrooms with addiction. And that's why there's so many comments under it who are like, hey man, I'm actually in recovery. I'm actually sober.
And I use mushrooms.
But I use mushrooms as a big part of continuing to stay sober.
Stay sober, yeah.
And so really, I brought this up because I want 1 million views, but also because like it's interesting how many people all over came for him with their own stories of sobriety, but how mushrooms aren't a part of that sobriety necessarily.
Right. Well, first off, I just want to touch on the first guy, 728 Nate, who's like, his story sounds like bullshit. Like, what is he coming? Like, are you Hassan Minaj and he's the New York Times? Like, what is this fucking nonsense?
That'd be flattering.
Joke.
Yeah.
First off.
Also, it's true.
Dude. And also it's true because I was with you on Halloween. So just that there, this is nonsense. Were you policing this guy's joke? That's ridiculous. You sound like you're zero fun. And for the second person who's talking about mushrooms and how sick this is because don't you know addicts, like that's just such a hangover of the drug war.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that like all drugs are equal, all illegal drugs are equal. But I'm sure that this person is totally fine with pharmaceuticals. You know, like totally fine with being prescribed Adderall or whatever. Or maybe, I don't know who this person is. Maybe they're a sober person who's also, just doesn't know about plant medicine. Who the fuck knows? But it's like, it's a little infuriating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of my enemies under a fake account trying to stir the pot.
Do you think you have those?
Enemies?
I know you have enemies.
Yeah, I definitely have enemies. That's why I don't want to like name my enemies.
Yeah.
Mark,
name one enemy.
Welcome to Weed and Grub, everyone. What up, Mary Jane?
How's it going, Mike?
Good. Welcome to Weed and Grub. This is a podcast about comedy,
cannabis,
culture,
cooking,
calling shit out,
and enemies, nemesis,
enemies,
conflicts.
enemas. Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, I had one go down last week that if you get me started, I will put someone so hard on blast. So let's move on.
Yeah, let's move. Well, the last part about this kind of stuff that I wanted to talk about mushrooms have played a really big part in the second half of this year for me, and they've
Okay.
been fantastic,
Yeah.
with the exception of how they give me diarrhea and make me fart. And when I hotboxed my Sonic costume inside of a porta potty.
Oh my God. I just had puke come up into my mouth when you said that. You hotboxed your Sonic suit inside a porta potty. Like, good
with the mushroom fart.
grief.
It was awful.
No, thank you.
Yeah. And then there was nowhere for it to go. So it had to sneak out the top of the onesie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Your onesie that you had stuffed with bags of Funyuns?
Yes.
So they were like fart-infused Funyuns? I mean, the whole thing is just truly.
But I think I found a solution.
Okay, let's hear it.
We talked a couple weeks ago about all of the ways to mitigate your tummy troubles when taking mushrooms.
Yeah.
And so Joel and I, we lemon teched. We went to Whole Foods, bought a lemon, chewed them up, sucked on some rinds, squirted it in our mouth. It worked.
That sounds really like some very specific niche porn.
Lemon teching?
Lemon teching. Joel and Mike lemon tech, and everyone's like,
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see your sour face.
Yeah. Ooh. That's awesome though. So you like ate the lemons and then you ate the mushrooms?
I did it all at once and was like taking a tequila shot.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Chew, 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 chew.
Mhm.
Add the lemon into the mouth. Chew, 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 chew more.
Great.
Swallow it. Suck another lemon. Go to town.
Okay.
And it really worked.
Yeah.
It really, really did. So if anyone out there is having stomach troubles and loves a mush, lemon tech works.
When you say stomach troubles, is it nausea or is it just like the gastrointestinal hotboxing fart situation?
Yeah, it's a farm to table situation.
Okay. Oh, wow. Great.
Sure.
I'm glad to know that lemon teching is working for you. Yeah, let's keep that up.
Cannot recommend enough.
Great.
And that's all I have on that. Well, no, I know it's a little bit behind Halloween.
I know it's like, what is it? This is like 2 weeks after Halloween. This is coming out, so we're definitely like in the time machine a little bit. But that Halloween parade that you lemon teched for, and then I met you in my beaver costume that I did not hotbox because I'm a sweet, clean beaver who doesn't fart in her pants in public. We had such a great time running around on mushrooms, and the thing that I truly noticed was how clean that parade was. Not a solo cup, not a cigarette butt, not a discarded chip wrapper, not even a Funyun, because when you threw your Funyuns up in the air as your golden rings, you clean them up afterwards.
Of course.
You didn't leave them as ground scores for all of the traumatized dogs that people have brought to the parade.
That was crazy.
Please don't bring your dog to a parade.
There should be a no dogs allowed.
No dogs allowed at parade. Well, I mean, some parades, some sedate parades, but like that was a full-on.
What's a sedate parade? You've been to a sedate parade?
I mean, in my hometown of St. John's, Newfoundland.
Is this, 6 people walking down the street with a boombox? Is that a sedate parade to you?
I guess like a funeral wake. I don't know. But like this was a carnival and there were dogs on leashes looking incredibly traumatized all over the place.
Yeah.
So you didn't leave your
sedate parade. They throw out Tums.
Yeah.
from the top of a John Deere
Tums and eye
lawnmower.
masks. Yeah. Here's some what's the stuff that you take to make you sleep?
Melanin.
CBN. I don't know.
Oh yeah, melatonin.
Melatonin. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, very, 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 very clean parade.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. That was a plus for me on the parade front. Oh, there's a picture of me as the beaver talking to a dick. Listen, if you have YouTube and you want to have a good laugh, this is one of my favorite pictures ever taken of me.
It's incredible.
I look totally ecstatic. It was this giant inflatable penis person who was just walking around getting their picture taken, and I was a beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
It was great. I was a sweet, clean beaver with a giant dick. Marveling at the cleanliness of the West Hollywood Halloween
those
Carnival.
Balls.
They're
Smooth balls.
Giant,
big, smooth
fat,
balls.
smooth balls. It was a very West Hollywood penis.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
It was like cut and clean, cut and waxed.
Do you think even the most hairy of men in West Hollywood, a man on HGH with combed chest hair so that it's all going in the same direction, combed shoulder hair, a little bit of arm hair, still, I bet they have a very clean penis.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Shorn, keeps it tight.
Yep.
100% agree.
Waxed and ready.
Waxed and ready.
Trimmed and ready, like Tyson's chicken. I think that's their slogan. And every time I
West
see
Hollywood men?
No, Tyson chicken.
Oh.
Trimmed and ready, also West Hollywood men. And women, I'm sure, too.
Why not?
Why not? All of them.
Everyone. Everyone except me.
You're not trimmed and ready?
I don't know. That's a good question. The problem is because I use my clippers that I use on my face on my junk too.
Oh my God.
Not one time has gone by when I haven't nicked here and knacked there.
Okay.
And then I'm just, nobody wants a bleeding peen.
No.
So it stinks. I don't know what to do.
There's just a lot of information about hotboxing and bleeding penises.
Is this too
and
much?
Diarrhea. And
we have all these new listeners from the Reggie Watts episode, and I'm panicking.
Welcome to this podcast. Well, before we move on from the Halloween stuff, I also just wanted to say, listen, when you get dressed up for Halloween, there are a few things that don't count as costumes. One, cat ears. You're not in a costume.
That's so true.
You're not in a costume.
Last night, driving home, I saw a woman walking down the sidewalk in cat ears. Yeah, and it is November 11th.
It is a normal thing to wear nowadays, especially for the Gen Zs. Just put on a pair of cat ears because they look cute. It's not a fucking costume. Number two, colored contacts. Not a costume.
Agreed. Hot take.
You don't look different just because you're wearing colored contacts. Number three, cops.
I can't believe we saw that.
It's not a costume.
No dogs.
No fucking dogs
and
no
cops.
Costumes. What are you doing?
Fucking saying.
That was insane.
They were all Persian too. They were all Persians wearing like SWAT uniforms. It was very weird.
It was super fucking weird to see people dressed up as police officers for I was like, what is wrong with you? It's just insane.
Yeah, especially as someone on drugs.
Yeah. Speaking as someone on drugs.
Running around and then turning the corner.
Yeah.
And seeing people in cop costumes.
It's terrible.
Like I've got to go through too many levels of emotions to then register that they're just a civilian.
Just a civilian.
I don't like it.
Who may also be a narc, though. Honestly, remember when we were playing Spot the Narc?
Spot the Narc. Yeah, if you're in a cop costume,
why?
You're a narc.
You're definitely a Republican.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
Same thing. I don't want to get political. Moving on. What else do we have?
But I feel you. I saw the other costume I saw that was I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay.
I wanted to shout out the West Hollywood mayor.
Yes. We met a celebrity.
We met a celebrity. Mm-hmm. Should we get into it? It's a big part of the first half of this episode.
We got to get into it. It's so important to me.
Real quick, a plug.
Yeah.
Just quick plugs.
Quick plugs.
So that we can do that. This one's all over the place. I had to wake up at 7:30 in the morning to give blood.
Oh my God.
I gave so much blood.
Are you feeling weak?
I'm feeling very weak, but I did it for all the right reasons.
For the Red Cross?
Mitch McConnell. He needs as much blood as he can get, and we are doing everything we can to help him get the youngest, most fertile blood possible.
And that's your blood?
And that's my blood.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's going to get it. It's going to be like
full of mushrooms, and he's going to be like, what is this?
It's truly coffee grounds in the bottom of the coffee pot, my blood.
No, I love your blood going to Mitch McConnell because that would be carrying out David Crosby's greatest wish, which when we had him on our podcast, still can't believe that we had David Crosby on our podcast, and he talked about putting LSD in the water that goes to the hill so that the lawmakers in Congress and the Senate can like trip and understand like empathy and, get a sense of like the national consciousness. So I think he would be in favor of your mushroom infused blood going into Mitch McConnell.
Yes.
To give him pause and have him be like, maybe I'm making some bad choices that aren't doing the best for society.
I love that. He's on his dialysis machine and all of a sudden he just starts looking at his hand.
Whoa.
Wow. Hey, what's this song? Turn it up. This is Little Baby. Can we listen to this?
Look at that tree, man. Is there a bird in that tree?
What have I been doing with my whole life?
Wow, that bird is like connected to that tree. Everything's connected.
I have a stand-up show at the Comedy Store.
No, you got to do plugs at the end. You can't do plugs right now.
Okay.
That's unhinged.
That sound fair?
That is unhinged.
Okay.
Yeah. Segue king.
All right.
Producer Mark. Yeah, no, just because we missed doing them up top because we rolled into this like we both just got out of bed, which maybe we did, maybe we didn't.
I'm sleepy.
We got to do plugs at the end.
Okay.
We can't do plugs like a third of the way in.
I don't know.
Can we? No, I'm calling it.
You're calling
That's
it?
my call.
All right, understood.
Okay, but we're still on the West Hollywood tip.
Still on the West Hollywood tip then.
We met the mayor.
We met the mayor. She's incredible.
Amazing.
Maybe coming on the pod soon. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna shoot our shot.
Yep.
Have somebody who's about to be running for Congress who's done a great job building up West Hollywood into my favorite neighborhood in the country. And
she oversees, as the mayor of West Hollywood, she is in charge of the Emerald Village, which is such a cool part of West Hollywood. It's like all of the oldest dispensaries that sort of banded together with some of the newer dispensaries, and they've created just this like 420 friendly sort of strip that they call the Emerald Village.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And I was looking on her Instagram, and she posts openly about cannabis and psychedelics, and obviously supporting the LGBTQ plus community. And obviously you have to be progressive to be the mayor of West Hollywood, but
100%.
she seems to be a really cool person.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And we met her
Yeah.
at the ribbon cutting
Da-da-da.
grand opening
Mhm.
of Potato Chips Deli,
Yep.
which means our story has concluded. Mary
Yes.
Jane, apology accepted.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know what to say. The beginning of this, for anyone who doesn't know or remember, or if this is your first episode, we went to the grand opening of Potato.
We. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We went.
Mike called me and said, there's this place opening and I really want to go because the first 50 people get a free sandwich and it's right in our neighborhood and I want to support it because it's a cool local business. Would you like to meet me there? I said yes. Mike showed up at the opening was at 11 a.m. Mike was there at 10:25 with coffees in hand for both of us. I rolled up at 10.
First in line.
First in line. I rolled up at 10:47 with Archie, my dog. You gave me a coffee. I said, thank you so much. We stood, we chit-chatted. A line formed behind us.
A long line.
Yep. People
Long
were
line.
excited.
People were excited. People looked at you and I.
Mhm.
They were like, how did they get here? How did they get first? Because we were first.
Yep. Super first. You were super
I was
first.
super first. I batted people away.
Yep.
They come, 11 o'clock hits,
Yep.
just like Willy Wonka.
Door opens.
He does a quick somersault, picks his cane up,
Mhm.
and says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Potato Chips Deli.
And the door swings open.
I take a small step forward.
And I breeze right past him and saunter right up to the counter. I'm like, hey, what's good? I ordered the first sandwich. I got it. I got the first sandwich. And I had no idea that this was a problem until you brought it up. I think maybe even on the podcast when I was like, what are you talking? You're mad about this. And then I got the eyes from producer Mark,
Yeah.
who was like, I can't believe you did that. You're a terrible person.
I carried it around for 4.5 days.
Oh my God. I am so yes, I was mortified. My sense of entitlement was severely in check now. I'm so sorry that I did that to you.
So I go on Instagram
Yeah.
and I posted a picture of me with my first finger up
Yep.
and said, number one, first in line at Potato Chips Deli, tagged them. They shared it on their Instagram story.
Yep.
I screenshot that and I was like, I made it onto the grid. Big things happening. Get a request in my DMs saying, Mike Laser, we'd love to invite you to the ribbon cutting. The official West Hollywood mayor will be there, ribbon cutting for Potato Chips Deli.
Yeah.
I say, you bet. They say, you can also bring a +1. I wrote back, we'll see, because I wasn't sure how we would get along when we went back.
Truly can't believe you invited me. I'm so impressed that you forgave me enough to ask me to be your guest. And let's move into the next picture. I was very cautious to cede the space to you at every turn. You went up to the mayor first. You shook her hand first. You spoke to her first. You spoke to the owners first. You got the first sandwich. You held the big scissors
I held the big scissors. That was a pretty big deal.
that cut the ribbon.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we have to talk about what happened near the sandwiches.
Oh no, what did I do that I don't know?
Because you were like, okay, go get the sandwich first. Like, pick it out.
Please, God.
Yeah. And it was like dinner time. And I'm looking at all of them and she's naming all of them. And you just are like, Mike, just grab one so I can grab one, please. And I was
Well, you
like-
were standing in the weirdest. I was like, what's going on with your body language? Because you walked up to them and then you like kind of turned your back on them. Like you were kind of like,
Because I don't eat at social engagements because it's a sign of weakness.
I understand that, but it is the opening of a sandwich shop. So yeah, that weird fucking hang up that you had confirmed by Succession
Yeah.
where they don't eat as a power move. Like you can't have that at the grand opening of a sandwich shop in
Right.
front of the mayor. You got to pick a sandwich and eat it. But yeah, you like had your. I was like, dude, come on, you
Yeah.
got to pick a sandwich. You got to eat it.
Because you almost did a wraparound and grabbed one before me just out of impatience.
Yeah.
Because you were like, grab 4. Like,
Just
they're
the
not going
long arm
anywhere.
coming past you like the Incredibles elastic girl, like just. I was like, you gotta get the sandwich, and
Yeah.
you did.
And I did. And it was great. And the ribbon cutting was amazing. I'd
Yes.
never been to a ribbon cutting.
Me neither. It was actually thrilling.
It really was.
It truly was.
And the city of West Hollywood gave Potato Chips Deli $1 in a frame for good luck, and the mayor said some words.
Yeah, it was like really wholesome and heartening and sweet. Oh, there are Sammys. I got a crazy delicious roast beef sandwich, and then I had a second sandwich that you had picked up. I think was the turkey with brie.
Turkey, brie, and green apple.
Oh, that one was so good.
It was, and I would normally not get a fruit.
Nope.
With the exception of a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich.
Yep.
Stuffing with orange.
This one,
cranberry. Like I wouldn't get apple in a sandwich, really.
This one supported your joke about the peppery snap of arugula too, because I was like, "What is that delicious taste?" It's the peppery snap of arugula. It was so good. It was so good.
It was really, really good. And also, hold on, I wrote their names down. I just wanted to shout out because it's family owned. Karina and Renee.
And I got to speak to them in French. He's French. And so we chatted in French for a moment. And then I was looking at their drink selection and I was like, oh, this is so French. It's so European because their entire drink case, there's no plastic in there. And I chatted with him about it. And he was like, yeah, I love only like a few soda pops in bottles. And then the bottled water is all in glass. And then there were like some nice, like cool iced tea. I don't know. It was just like very well curated, like iced tea, but it wasn't Snapple,
Did they have an apple juice?
They had a sparkling apple juice for the
tell
littles.
You what, I think apple juice is my new move for lunch. Like a sandwich, chips, and an apple juice.
Oh, that's like right back to childhood.
It's
That's
so
so
good.
nice.
A cold Martinelli's.
Talk about wholesome.
Come on.
The most wholesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially when you're stoned. Like something about sparkling juice is just like, why would you ever drink alcohol? Oh, by the way, shout out New Brew. In that this seltzer, if you use our code Weed and Grub, I think you get 25% off. New Brew official. There's a link in our show notes. And
was this the Goy Roy?
This is what was that? What we called it? The citrus flavor we called the Adult Palmer.
Yeah, the Roy Rogers.
The berry flavor. Yeah,
the Goy Rogers. Was that what it was called?
I think that's what you came up with. Yeah, Mike.
That's what one of us.
That's what you came up with. And it's got kratom and kava in it, and it gives you like a little lift, and it's delicious.
It's a good feeling. The other thing I wanted to shout. Oh, gosh, that's so apropos that
Are you gonna try and do plugs again?
Every time wedging it in. It's at 10:30 Wednesday. Anyway, just
belly room at the Comedy Store. Come on.
I just got an email from Potato Chips Deli, and they're also doing something really fun to get people to go, where they're hiding golden tickets.
What?
In some of the sandwiches?
Inside the Sammy?
Some like in the wrapper or something. But the things that you can win is like AirPods, a PS5, an iPad, and there's like 6 golden tickets at this West Sunset location. So they're like, I don't know. I love a new sandwich shop. I love a family-owned sandwich shop. I also love one that's like, let's have some fun. Let's make this interesting.
Santa Monica, right? Santa Monica and Fairfax?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're in the hood, come hang out.
Yeah.
And
give us a call. We'll join you. We can both walk there from our places.
Yeah, Mary Jane will cut you in line and then eat her sandwich while you're waiting for yours, and she'll be like, "Oh, are you going to eat here? Because I'm done." So I'll see you when I see you.
Listen, I'm so sorry. I couldn't. Like, I don't know how to get you to forgive me. But I thought I had done all the things.
I do forgive you. Should I stop bringing it up like I don't forgive you? Are you, have we crossed over from this is fun to,
no,
hey man?
Not yet. It's still fun.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's
okay, good.
You can remind me of it. I'll remind you off pod when you can't remind me of it anymore. I'll be like, can you fucking stop bringing that up? It's really bothering me.
I'm gonna, during the Emjays.
Yeah.
Oh
God. You trying to do plugs again? Listen, let's wrap up the West Hollywood bit with this. I have big news about my fight with the city of West Hollywood.
I didn't know you were in a fight with them.
Easter Sunday, I came here to Petty Cash Studios to work because I just needed to get out of my house, and I was working on that media fellowship that I was doing. And I had like a ton of homework, and Archie was staring at me, and I was like, I can't work at home anymore. I've got to go. So I left my house and I tried to go to a bunch of cafes, but it was Easter Sunday and everything was just like weird and full of people, and I couldn't get work done because of the noise and stuff. So then I tried to go to the West Hollywood Library. It was closed.
Because of Easter.
Because it was Easter Sunday. Yeah. And there was a big sign on the door saying, we are closed for Easter Sunday. And I was like, oh, dang. So I called Mark and I was like, can I come to the studio to work? And he said, absolutely. So I pull up out front. I park in one of the metered spots, not even thinking about it because it's Easter Sunday holiday. Didn't feed the meter. Came in, work, came out. Parking ticket.
No.
Yo. And I was like, what the fuck? It's a holiday. And then I looked at the parking meter, and there was a sign on it, and evidently in in the city of West Hollywood, Easter Sunday is not a holiday, but in the rest of Los Angeles County, it was. It's so deceptive. Like if you look at the map of West Hollywood inside Los Angeles, it's this like, it's like shaped like an electric guitar or something. It's like narrow at one point and then it widens out, and
it's its own bubble.
it's such a
It's a
weird
utopian
map.
bubble in the middle of chaos.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. But the West Hollywood Library was closed for the holiday. And that to
Interesting.
me means that the city is not operating on Easter Sunday.
I think of a library as a federal building, and I think of a parking meter as a federal
yeah.
like money thing.
They're both governmental institutions, right?
100%.
So I fought it and they got back to me and they were like, nope, it's not the deal. So I was like, I'm going to full on request an administrative hearing for this. I went into the West Hollywood City Hall. I had an administrative hearing. I sat down with someone. I told them the whole story. I showed them pictures of the sign on the door of the library. I even had gone into the library and I got a picture of the city council, including the mayor, which is behind the desk at the library. And I was like, this library represents West Hollywood, and this library was closed for that holiday. Therefore, you must renege or whatever, refund me this fine that I have already paid because I had to pay it in order to get the hearing.
So you had to
And-
pay. Okay.
Yeah, I had
yeah.
to pay to get the hearing. And I just got, based upon a review of the evidence and the appellant's testimony, the hearing officer orders that the citation is dismissed.
Yes. Yeah.
So I got a refund of $53 in my bank account.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Sometimes it's worth it to go to bat for that, you know?
100%.
That'll pay my AT&T bill this month.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Thanks.
That's a really cool fight to win.
Thank you. I was very proud, so I'm just buttoning up that little West Hollywood cheer section with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dang. That's a real I wasn't sure which way that was going to go because the bureaucracy of the,
Yeah.
it's for real, for real.
Yeah. But it's worth it sometimes to, I mean, if you have the time, obviously. Not everyone has the time.
I think for
But
things
I
like
had the
that,
time.
people like you and I make the time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
petty vengeance is still vengeance.
Yeah.
And
it just
it's a
felt
good
like I
thing.
was really getting fucked over. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not going to take that.
Can I share a story that isn't as good as yours, but it at least relates? So I have something to add.
Yes.
I was meeting, it might have been here with Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking back to my car and I knew the meter was up and I was like, dang it, but whatever. And I got back there and the person was writing the ticket.
Okay.
And I go, damn. Well, I did the best I can. And he was like, this your car? And I was like, yeah, I got here as soon as I could. I did the best I can. And he goes, do you have money to put in it? And I go, yeah. And he goes, put it in. I put my card in and pulled it out. And he goes, okay, see you later.
Oh.
And so I put an hour in.
Mhm.
He drove away. I
Mhm.
felt great. And then I just left figuring that'll pay it forward for the next person to get in there as a way for karma to continue.
Yes.
And
paying it forward.
yeah.
Love that.
So that's something I can add to your way better story.
No, that's a great story. You gave someone a free hour of parking. That's a huge deal.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
was
real
cool.
nice.
So maybe that's a good way to end the year.
Yeah. What?
Do some paying it forward kind of stuff.
Plug in some people's parking meters?
Plug in some people's parking meters.
I love that. I got 2 free hours on a parking meter the other night. And I feel like that was all my parking ferries coming home at once.
Yeah, you cash those chips.
It was an hour and 48 minutes that I got of free parking on Melrose on a Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you use the whole 148?
All of it. And I came back and it had run out and I didn't have a ticket.
Dang.
Dang. Playing with fire though on that one. I'm going to stop, letting things.
Mary
yeah.
Jane, you are here every single month contesting a ticket for various reasons.
What is your problem?
Maybe set an alarm.
Do better.
Excuse me.
Is it time for our news segment?
It is.
Okay.
Also, do we want to shout out Scent Air?
Oh, absolutely. Scent Air is bringing you this week's Grublet Gazette.
Can I say something about the listeners of this podcast, please?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for supporting us and supporting people that support us like Scent Air. It really does mean the world. And I'm just going to be honest. Scent Air really liked our ads. And they said that the turnout and the thing they got back that they were looking for
Yeah.
was really good, which means that's because of all of you.
People had used the code to buy some Scent Air products, which
Yeah.
is really, really, really great to hear.
So thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
It truly does mean the world.
And if you use our code, you get 25% off on your order with Scent Air still. I think the code is Weed and Grub. Or no, it's just Grub.
Just Grub.
Yep.
Yeah. So it means a lot. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
On the celebratory tip.
Here is the Grublet Gazette. This week's news is Ohio. Ohio legalized adult use cannabis, making it the 24th state to have legalized cannabis for adult use. And it's a really, I don't know much about the law. Like, I haven't read the actual, what?
Is adult use the same as recreational?
Yes, I prefer to say adult use, but it is the same meaning.
Okay.
It means you don't need a medical card. You just have to be 21 or older.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like that you put your hand up. That was really cute.
Well, because you're reading the news, but I want to make sure I'm understanding it because it's a big deal.
It is. It is. So there are only, I think, 6 states now that have not legalized cannabis in some form. So this is just really cool that Ohio has joined the legal recreational or adult use states. And it's a cool law that is allowing people to possess up to 2.5 ounces.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
That's great.
There are a lot of states where it's like 28 grams or an ounce. And you can have up to 15 grams of cannabis extract, which is
Awesome.
also great. And you can keep up to 6 cannabis plants or up to 12 if there are 2 adults in your household. So they've got home grow, which is huge.
It's
obviously.
everything.
Yep. And I'm not sure exactly like what the rest of the law says. I haven't read up much on it, but like most of the states that are passing these laws usually write something about expunging cannabis records into the bill. So we'll have to look into that and see if that's the case in Ohio as well.
Great.
Yeah.
So does that mean that all of Ohio is rec now, or will it, or do you think it will, kind of like Colorado did, where Colorado Springs is only medicinal, but you go to Denver and it is recreational? Do you think it will get down to that and screw itself up, or
Probably.
do you think?
I mean, yeah, that's the case in California too, right? Like you could go county by county and district by district. I think 70% of California doesn't have access to legal dispensaries, which is just so crazy because
That's
obviously
crazy.
the state law is that it's legal.
Yeah.
But municipalities can refuse to allow businesses in their area.
Got
it. Yeah, but Ohio, it's really fantastic news. And they also, on the same day, said yes to issue 1, which would enshrine abortion in the Constitution.
No. You're trying to do plugs? Oh, no. Okay.
Follow It's the Mayo for me, which is my social media passion project about feminism and sandwiches.
It was a great video about Ohio
Thank you.
saying you're allowed to get an abortion.
It's not just that you're allowed to, like, basically they've been trying to ban it completely. And the voters said that they wanted to enshrine the right to abortion and reproductive rights into the state constitution, like to make it fucking, this is, and of course now the Republicans are trying to take that away too. It's really crazy. And we don't need to get into it because the news is that they legalized cannabis and that's great news.
And abortion. Kind of, right?
They voted to enshrine the right to abortion into the state constitution and Republicans are fighting it tooth and nail. It's crazy. Yeah. They're like, let's overturn Roe v. Wade and send it back to the states and see what the states say. And then the state voters are like, we want legal abortion. The Republicans are like, no, you don't. not like that.
Whoa.
And it was a huge margin too. It was 57 to 43% margin. Like, it's just, yeah, they're wild. Republicans be wild.
Republicans will be wild.
Wild.
Interesting, but also great news.
Great news about the cannabis and about the abortion rights too.
Yeah, I wish I had a joke for that.
Abortion rights?
Just the idea that Ohio, the Midwest, legalizing abortions and weed. I know that's not technically true, but there's some joke in there about those things happening.
You want to think about it and come back later in the app with it?
Hold on. Mark's got a little something
Mark
cooking up.
Cleveland is an abortion. Oh.
That's it. Not bad.
And that's the delivery on that joke.
Oh, man. I'd like to share a little news myself.
Yes.
In the weed world. I wrote an article for High Times. It'll be, the link is in the show description here, but it's all about stop screwing with the Humboldt farmers. They are in dire ways. They are truly going extinct. People are calling it Prohibition 2.0. They're being decimated by big business. And so I wrote an article that is more of an interview with a Humboldt farmer named Galen and his wife Ruby Rose and their 2 kids, straight from the source, straight on the farm. And I'm really not only proud of the article, but also the reception it's received. And if you want to get the word out about just supporting small businesses, voting with your dollar as well as at the polls. The weed from there is so special. It's so unique. It's from soil that has been on Earth longer than humans. It is like the type of stuff that you will not get from an indoor grow. Not that I have anything against indoor. I love fucking cannabiotics. There's so much indoor I'm into, but that special strain straight from the source of Mother Earth, second to none as far as I'm concerned. So I just want to say to Galen, thank you for your time. Thank you for inviting me to the farm, and also to Billy Wayne Davis and Mike, whose podcast is called Grown Local. They're the ones who made this all happen, that we could all go to Humboldt, and Frank Castillo was there too.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
such a
great.
good article. I hope everyone goes to read it. It's such a like well-crafted interview. It sounded like you had like a wide-ranging conversation that got pretty emotional.
Yeah,
in a couple of moments.
He in the words of his wife Ruby Rose, Galen's wife Ruby Rose, I haven't seen him cry in 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so crazy to hear that their story in their own words, and it's so well done, Mike. I hope everyone reads it. And you talk a little bit about Measure A. Can you say more about that? Because I don't know much about it.
Yeah. Maybe how about if I talk about how it came to be?
Sure. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, just vote no.
Yeah, but what? Yeah,
But
okay.
I want
Can you say
to
what
talk
it is?
about like, yeah, it's basically, let me get into how it came about, because
Okay.
I think that's the most interesting thing. Like politically, where we are in America, what I think is happening in Ohio with the idea of like these Republicans being like, damn it didn't work. Let's go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
So what happened with Measure A is this small group of private citizens got bent out of shape about Humboldt being a cannabis farm economy.
Mhm.
So many people there do it. And so they made a ballot and hired a law firm that specializes in destroying cannabis cultivation. And
Wow.
they created a ballot initiative
Mhm.
and went out to the streets, grocery store parking lots, and you needed X number of signatures in the petition.
Mhm.
But they couched the bill or initiative in language that made it sound like they were protecting small farms
Oh,
by
wow.
changing all of these rules.
Yeah, tricky.
So it's like, oh man, if you sign this, you support small farms. We're going to change all these rules that are actually detrimental to them, and we're going to get all these things to happen. And everyone's like, what do you mean? And so all these people signed it. Some people signed it because they don't want weed there, but a majority of people signed it because they were like, well, it said protecting small farms, and that's my neighbor.
Right.
And now it comes out, now that it's on the fucking block for voting, that the whole thing was a sham to try and truly crush the cannabis cultivation economy. And two different advocacy groups who don't see eye to eye all the time took this bill and read it themselves.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, this is bad.
Terrible.
This is terrible. We might not agree on everything, but we can agree this is a bad measure. And to take it a step further,
Mhm.
if it doesn't get passed, then they are already saying that they're going to appeal it and then take it directly to a judge,
Mhm.
which means that everyone who voted against it, now their vote might not even count because it's going to be in a judge's hands. And now that judge will make the decision for the people instead of the people making a decision for themselves.
This is exactly what just happened in Ohio. When
Exactly.
the voters were like, we said yes. And then they're like, but no, you didn't. We're going to make sure that, you don't get the say. So Measure A was like a ballot initiative that got onto the ballot, which is being voted on in March. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a local ordinance. It's just
Only
in Humboldt.
but we're talking about Humboldt.
Yeah, it's one of the three counties that make up the Emerald Triangle. It's Humboldt, Mendocino, and Trinity counties, and it's soul crushing.
Yep.
So these farmers who you talked to would be directly affected. Their business would be shut down if this measure passes.
Yes.
Sounds like.
And they're already being crushed by
prices and regulations, right?
Yeah. They're playing by the rules so hard, and now they're like, well, we're just going to change. Like, let's say Measure A passes. I don't know if this is true, but what if it's the kind of thing where it's like, now you need this license to do this, and now you need that, and maybe you're getting micromanaged to death until all of your money is going to playing by the rules, and you can't even make a profit.
Which is already the case, right?
Exactly.
It's just infuriating.
And so it's really bad.
I did love reading about like the care that they are still taking of their plants, the strains that they're growing. Like there's a lot of positivity in this interview as well.
He's a fifth-generation farmer.
Yeah.
The fuck, man?
Legacy.
You're not gonna leave this person alone to make as much money as possible. There's room for you to make money, and there's room for me to make money, and there's room for everyone to make money in this game.
This is the insane thing that you talked about with them as well. It was like the removal of that 1 acre cap that was supposed to exist for the first 5 years of the legal cannabis industry in California, which we have ranted on here about before. And the fact that small farms under Prop 64 were supposed to have 5 years where nobody was going to be able to grow over an acre of cannabis. Everyone was going to be at that small level and be able to like find their place in the playing field. But then lobbyists went to Sacramento, lifted that 1 acre cap, and then they were able to stack licenses. And then places like Raw Gardens and fucking
Steezy.
Glass House and all of these places were able to stack those licenses to have these mega grows, flood the market with tons of legal cannabis. The prices dropped. Like the whole thing is just such a shambles and a wreck. And it largely is because of the removal of that 1 acre cap that was designed to protect people like Galen and his family. And it's just crazy to me that people aren't being held accountable for that very move. Like I mean, of course, people have written about it and it's been looked into, but it's just like, it's so fucking infuriating when you meet these people who are 5th generation farmers, legacy farmers, and their entire livelihood is being taken away because of the fucking greed and selfishness of these people who are like, yeah, we just want to come in here and make money.
Yep. And it's just them.
Yeah.
It's just them on the farm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's endless. It's with the seasons, and come winter, you better have something set aside because there's no more growing outdoor sun grown in the winter. So what do?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Fuck.
Yeah. So if you would like to read the article, it'll be in the show description. But honestly, more importantly, I joke about like the Taylor Swift million thing. But this one, if you want to share it and get the word out especially if you live in California and you have access to small business cultivation, get in there and support it.
Whitethorn Valley Farms.
Whitethorn Valley Farms. Thank you.
Farm Cut, which is one of my favorite cuts. Like they're doing that amazing, they're like leaving the trim and fan leaves on, right? Or the sugar leaves.
The sugar leaves, yeah. Brilliant.
So it's like a shaggy 70s, like sexy cut that's, not trimmed and ready like the West Hollywood men. I mean, it is trimmed and ready to smoke, but it's shaggy. Know what I'm saying? It's a shaggy dog of a weed leaf.
It's a Silver Lake Shaggy.
It's an Echo Park hairy
hipster handlebar mustache.
Yeah, it's a hairy bear bud, and it's so nice.
It's so good.
My kind of weed.
Well, thank you for the soapbox.
It's a great article.
God damn it!
Congratulations.
Man.
Yeah.
Thank
also,
you.
I did want to mention earlier, and I forgot to say, but like you were saying that you ended up on the Potato Chip Deli page. You also ended up on the CEO of the AMC Theaters Instagram with your Extra Swift shit. Like that has legs.
It has legs.
Like Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. I mean, yeah, she's a god.
He shared your Extra Swift joke on his story.
The CEO of AMC followed me.
He followed you?
Yeah, I followed him back.
Mayor of West Hollywood and the CEO of AMC? Shit.
I'm saying, shoo, dope.
Shoo. Ooh. Splash. Big deals,
It
man.
is big deals.
Wow, you're a whole new mic.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, should I do that bit that I told you I wanted to do?
Listen, I'm setting you up for it. You didn't even need to say that.
I know. I'm doing my best. All right. I thought of a new bit.
Okay.
For the pod.
If you're looking at our video, you can see that we've pulled up a great picture of Mike looking like, I don't even know what's wrong with you in this picture.
Hold on. Let me go through my history. I even have a song for it.
A song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
I am ready. What am I hearing? I don't know what's happening. What's going on? You're just touching your phone a lot?
Hold on. This is the intro song.
I don't know what I'm listening to.
That was Bill Maher's theme song, but...
Oh, I've never watched his show.
You know how he does New Rules?
No, I've never watched his show. I smoked a joint with him on my front porch, but I've never watched his show.
And then took his picture off your grid.
Yeah, because he's terrible.
Well, instead of New Rules, I have a new bit called I'm Done With It.
Okay. Jesus Christ, please stop. What is the bit?
No one's going to like it now.
Well, if you'd stop playing your phone into the microphone, they might like it better. What is the bit?
I'm done with it.
Okay.
I'm done with setting my oven on any temperature except 400. You mean to tell me that between 350 and 450, there's that much nuance for my frozen pizza? I don't think so. I'm using 400 for everything from here on out. I'm done with it.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
Okay. What else are you done with?
I'm done with preheating my oven and waiting for it to be up to temp to put the food in.
Is this just about your oven?
If
Are you just done with things about your oven?
I've spent a lot of time around it recently.
Jesus Christ. You got to get out of that apartment.
If the oven is on, the temp is hot, which means the food's going in.
Okay.
Preheating the oven.
Great.
I'm done with
You just leave your oven on all the time, 24/7. Just like leave it on.
Leave it on 400 at all times.
Just great. Isn't utilities are included, right?
Utilities are included.
Leave it on. Who the fuck cares?
Who cares? If I'm craving a chicken finger, I can throw it in at any time. It'll be ready.
Great.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Okay.
Hey, I'm done with it.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to leave a comment on my Instagram post, but not like the post itself,
Yep.
well, then I'm going to call you out and say either fave it or get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Leave a comment and a like or nothing at all. I'm done with it.
Okay. Jesus. I think I've commented and not liked. I'm in trouble.
Well, somebody did on my High Times article and they said, shouldn't it be right to left? And I was like, at least fave the post, dude.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
Wow.
If you're having a house party like we went to on Halloween night
Yep.
or Halloween week,
Yeah.
but you're a shoes off household,
Yes.
you better put that you're a shoes off household on the invitation to your house party.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm coming in there with socks that might not be okay to see.
Also, shoes were part of the costume. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
So if you're a shoes off house party household, you've got to let everyone in attendance know before they arrive.
Also, I have no idea why that was a shoes off party because there wasn't like there was carpet. It was like a concrete floor in a loft.
100%.
I was like, why is the shoes off?
So I'm done with it.
Okay.
I got one
I
more.
feel you. Yeah, you're done with it.
I'm done with it.
Yep.
If you're going to comment on some article that Mary Jane or I write and it's really good, but all you do is comment on the headline without reading the article,
Yeah.
well, then your comment should be deleted and you should be blocked. If
Okay.
you're going to comment, you have to read the article.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
Wow. Okay. Great. Can I play?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done with it. I'm done with men talking about things.
Ours are different.
AKA the patriarchy. I'm done with it. I'm done with the gender pay gap. I'm done with it. I'm done with Republicans trying to go back on voters' wishes and stop the abortion rights from being enshrined in the Ohio Constitution. I'm done with it. Is that good? No. Nobody likes it.
Different. Wait.
No, please don't play it. I hate when you play your phone into the microphone so much.
Okay.
I'm going to quit the podcast if you keep doing that.
Oh, God. I didn't
hate
know it was that
so
bad.
much.
Okay. But that's the new bit. If anyone has any I'm done with it that you'd like
Yes.
to submit,
Okay.
please send them in for the new bit. I'm done with it.
Okay. I'm done with it. I'm done with refrigerating my eggs.
Whoa.
They're just going to sit on the counter like they do in Europe. I'm done with it.
Oh, wait, does that not make them toxic?
No, you know when you go egg shopping in like a French grocery store, the eggs are just on the shelves.
That's right. When I was in Edinburgh, I thought nowhere carried eggs.
It's like, where are the eggs?
Yeah, every time I was like milk, cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have eggs in Europe. That was my first
They're just
thought.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
sitting next to the tomatoes in the produce section.
1,000,000%.
So I'm done with it. I'm done
Okay.
with refrigerating my eggs.
Nice.
What else?
That's it for this week, but
Oh.
I'll keep working.
Okay. I'm like ready to go.
Yeah, it's fun though, right?
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with cleaning the lint trap in my dryer. I'm just going to let my house on fire. Don't want to do it anymore. I'm also done with filling my car with gas.
Yeah.
Such a drag.
I'm done with it.
Done with it.
Oh, I had one other one.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
Yeah.
W-9s,
Oh,
you've got one from me.
yeah.
Grow up.
You don't need
Use
a new
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
Not every company needs one. It's all going to the same place. The federal government.
Oh.
Use my W-9. You know my social. I'm done filling them out. I'm
Yep.
done with it.
Done with. I like that one. Yeah, the IRS has 1,000 W-9s from you because you're a contract worker.
Exactly.
right?
And I'm not the only one
Yeah.
in the world.
And none of it has changed. You have the same address, same social, same height, weight, blood type,
Yeah.
all that.
They ask that on the W-9
Don't
for
they?
you too?
That's where. Oh, I guess that was a scam. Shit. Someone has my info.
So W-9s, I'm done with it.
Okay. This
Yeah.
could be a new segment.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Send them in.
Yeah, like Cream Corner.
Exactly.
We got the Grub Gazette, the Cream Corner, Now we've got done with it.
I'm done with it.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to get to the cream corner?
Yes, I do want to get to the cream corner.
It kind of is another done with it.
Is it? Well, I don't remember what our cream corner was. Oh, I do remember because listen, Cream Corner can be a celebration of all of the wonderful things in the food world that we love so much that we encountered with our mouths, or it can be like a fucking nightmare of a topic. This ends friendships.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Thank God we have solutions.
Yeah.
Because considering how much of a grudge I held with you for sandwich line cutting.
Oh my God.
I cannot imagine going out to eat with you and ordering a appetizer sampler and how we would negotiate the amount of each thing between the two of us when everything comes in different numbers. None of it makes sense and none of it is actually like there for you to enjoy the sampler.
Yeah, when there's 3 of something and 2 of us and it's a thing that is like a bite-sized thing or it has bones in it like a chicken wing.
Yeah.
You can't share that. You can't share a wing. So what are we going to do about it?
So I was listening to Doughboys their most recent episode.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, can I say,
Yes.
2 different friend groups have come up to me in the past month and been like, "Dude, I can't believe you were on Doughboys."
Yo.
So I might have performed for the NHL.
That's a big
I might have
fucking
cooked
deal.
with Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
I might have smoked with Snoop.
Yep.
The Doughboys guesting has been more impressive to people than anything else I've ever done. And I agree.
Legitimately the coolest thing ever. They're so fun.
Yeah.
Their fan base is so, I mean, I don't even know what their subscriber count is, but I know like
They're doing theaters.
That is their full-time job because of how much people love what they do. That is just what they do.
I love it.
In addition to like obviously other things outside of it, but like, so not all they do.
But
I'm walking that back because Mitch is fully acting in movies and I know Weiger's an amazing writer, but holy shit, like they have such dedicated fans. I love going to their, what is it called it's like the Wikipedia, but for Doughboys.
oh,
What is that called?
gosh.
Fandom? It's like Wiki Fandom.
Yeah,
And like every episode is broken down with all of the topics and your guest names are in there. We're on there.
I know.
It's so cool.
So the most recent one with Tim Heidecker, there was a lot of drama because the shrimp cocktail came with 4 pieces of shrimp, but there was only 3 of them at the meal.
Right.
And I've started looking at appetizer sampler pictures. The one we have up, if you go to our YouTube, 3 potato skins,
Yep.
6 mozzarella sticks,
Reasonable.
and 5 chicken wings.
Yeah, the 5 chicken wings can make me nuts.
What the fuck are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
sharing a fucking chicken wing with you, so someone is getting one more.
So in my world, oh please, go
I was
ahead.
going to say, does someone get the extra chicken wing and then the other person gets the extra potato skin? Like, do you do some kind of
So
negotiation?
this is a United Nations situation
Yeah.
where we're really trying to work together to make a better world.
Trying to be diplomatic about things, coming to the table, offering something,
Mm-hmm.
saying what you really want.
Well, there's only 3 potato skins, so let's say it's you and I.
Yeah.
I would want 2 of those. I love a potato skin.
Really?
Would you want 2 as well?
No, I want the extra wing.
You want the wing.
So we're
in
good.
our place,
Yeah.
The diplomacy is strong.
Yes.
I see.
I mean, everyone knows that if they listen to this podcast, like we definitely always work things out, even though we fight a lot.
We do fight a lot.
We fight a lot, but we work it out.
However, if there was like 4 of us
Yeah.
and there was a sampler like this,
Mhm.
like now it's crazy.
Well, then you have
because
to order
somebody's-
another sampler.
No way. No dice. I'm
Right?
not doing it.
I mean,
I just don't understand why appetizer samplers, there is no upcharge for even number of items as in your party.
oh,
Do you know what I'm saying? So like,
Yes.
let's say there's 4 of us.
Yep.
Okay. You get 1 extra mozzarella or 1 extra tater skin. So everyone gets 1.
got it.
There's 6 mozzarella sticks here.
Yeah.
So if there's 4 of us,
So you add 2.
add 2.
Yep.
Everyone gets 2 of those. There's 5 wings here.
Add 3.
Add 3.
Mhm.
And maybe that upcharge is like, what, $2 each, $6 total?
Wow.
For an extra $2 each, we all don't have to talk about this.
Yes.
I will pay that in a heartbeat.
We should have this signed into national law. We should have that enshrined into the Constitution.
I think so. Like, we do the abortion stuff and
Yeah.
the weed stuff, but like,
Abortion
let's
stuff,
get to samplers.
Listen, even numbers of appetizers for the people in your party.
When we have the mayor of West Hollywood on,
Let's
can
talk
I
to
pitch this to her?
Absolutely.
For a West Hollywood
Ordinance?
of equal appetizer to party with upcharge.
Yes. Absolutely, we can pitch this to her. I think it should be signed into law at Hamburger Mary's that if you're going to have wings, you just get that upcharge going.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to pay extra. Like, for instance, the other night, I went and got wings at Ghost. Shout out Ghost Pizza, best wings in town, at least the ones near my place. So delicious. And I said, I would like an extra blue cheese on this side. I'm happy to pay for it. And when I got it, they did charge me for it. They charged me 75 cents because that stuff is expensive.
Sure.
So same thing for the wings.
Yeah. What if I want one loose mozzarella stick?
Yeah, just one.
Well, do you know what I'm saying?
I do know
like
what you're saying.
Like a Lucy?
Also, yeah, like I used to go to the store for my neighbor when I was a kid and buy Lucy cigarettes for her. She would give me $1 and she'd be like, go to the store and give me some cigarettes. And I would like go up and buy her 4 cigarettes for $1.
That's the bigger goal. We want Lucy's of
Lucy appetizers. I just want a walk-in wing. I just want to walk in, get one wing for my trip up from my car to the studio to record with producer Mark. Just here's $1. Give me a wing.
Give me a wing.
Give me a fucking wing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Reasonable.
So reasonable.
Yeah, that would make my day so much better if I could walk in anywhere and just hand $1 over and get a walk-in wing.
Yeah. Do you want anything? Yeah. I'll grab I'll just grab a mott stick.
Yeah, one mozzarella stick. Yeah.
Damn, that's nice.
That's fucking mental health right there.
I'm saying it. Okay. Well, that's the cream corner. We just solved a huge problem.
Okay. Wrap up the cream corner. I would just like to shout out the labna, jammy egg, tarragon, sliced Persian cucumber, jalapeno, pistachio, olive oil, salt and pepper dish that I've been enjoying for the last few days.
You made it for me when I was so weak from giving so much blood, and it is delicious.
It kept you alive.
Kept me alive. It's really tasty.
It's an amazing combination of flavors that are all very strong and dense in your mouth. Like tarragon with jalapeno, cucumber, pistachio, I don't know. It's just been so good. So I just wanted to say,
do you have that recipe in the notes?
It's not even a recipe. It's like Natalie, our friend Natalie, had made it based on an Instagram post that she had seen from Athena Calderon, who has an account called eyeball, I-E-I-E-Y-E. How the fuck do you spell I? Anyway, swoon. And she's a cook.
Swoon or spoon?
Swoon.
Okay.
I swoon. And she's all sorts of things. She's like a tastemaker and an architect and a cook and all sorts of stuff. And she had put that dish on her Instagram, no recipe. So Natalie just kind of figured it out from the elements and she made it. And she fed it to me. And now I have passed it on to you.
The recipe was labna in the bottom of the bowl.
Yep.
With pistachios and some torn tarragon.
Yep.
Thinly sliced jalapeno.
And Persian cucumber.
Persian cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
And then
jammy egg. That's the key. A couple of jammy eggs burst open. So the yolk is just like kind of like runny if you like it runny, but you know, that perfect jammy texture.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
A little S&P.
S&P always. Mm-hmm.
And then you finished it
in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. No, olive oil.
A drizz. Yeah.
A little drizz.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking delicious.
I mean, it's been so fun to be cooking for myself again. I really hadn't been. And then just recently I've been staying at my friend Kate's and she's got a beautiful kitchen and it's been so nice to be in a big open space that is like, it feels good to be in there and cook and like listen to music or a podcast. So I'm going to take that back home to my little house with me and be back in my kitchen again, cooking and making things. And I'm going to like bring stuff in for us to share for our Thanksgiving app that we're going to record soon.
Oh, great.
Yeah. You got to make your candy corn stuff.
I am. I'm actually, now that I'm in a good place to start looking at recipes for that candy corn.
Okay.
I have a couple ideas too that I'm hoping will lead to a actually tasty candy corn recipe. I know it's out there. We haven't found it yet.
If you
but
do
tis
that,
the season.
I'm going to have to find something to award you as a prize. Is there anything that you want that's not too, like, think about it because I'm going to have to get
I do.
you. There is something you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to say it on here?
Sure.
Coasters.
Oh.
For my apartment. Like
Yeah.
now that I've leveled up a bit in terms of like it being a hospitable place for people to come hang out.
Yeah.
I'd like coasters for tables and things like that.
Great.
Because I want to keep everything I have nice because I've never had anything nice before.
It's awesome. It's so nice to come over to your house now. I prefer to come over to your place than have you come over to mine currently because your place is like dialed in. I don't know. It's just nice.
Cool.
Nice vibe. Okay, coasters. Cool.
Yeah, so candy corn.
If you succeed
coasters.
with your candy corn recipe, there will be some beautiful coasters as a reward.
Ooh, I'm fucking
as
in.
a prize.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go.
Hell yes.
Buds of the week?
Yeah.
And plugs?
And plugs. Jesus Christ. Plugs first?
Please. I'm
Okay.
dying.
Dead. Carry on.
The day of this episode
Tonight, November 15th.
in a very small region of people who listen to this.
Yeah.
Los Angeles, California, Comedy Store, 10:30, presented by Other Side Cannabis, free weed, secret mushrooms, amazing lineup, 10:30 p.m.
Fire
Comedy
lineup.
Store. Fire lineup. Lisa Traeger, come on now.
Yo.
Come on now, friend of the pod. I'm really excited. It's so cool to have a show at the store. And I work really hard at it. So even if you don't live in LA and want to tell someone from LA to come, it's only $10. But if you can't afford $10, just DM me. Come on the guest list. I'd rather have it be packed out than you worrying about a financial situation. So please come hang.
It's the best time. It's a great show. It has been consistently great, and I love going. So I'll be there. Come hang.
Thank you.
My plug is I have a Substack, link in the show notes. It's a weekly, trying to make it a weekly newsletter where I'm including recipes for the sandwiches that I'm making at It's the Mayo for Me, my Sammy videos on TikTok and Instagram, and also kind of musings and essays and poetry. And sometimes I share things that other people have made, like Reggie's book, or, just cool art by friends and stuff. And I'm up to 200 subscribers and I'm so proud.
Congrats.
Yeah. And I'd love to get 1,000. That's my goal, is to get 1,000 subscribers on Substack. It would be really nice. So please check it out and check out my Sammy videos too. I'm having a good time over there.
Nice.
Yelling.
Buds of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're joint buds.
They are joint buds.
So do you want to
let's look at this beautiful little card that we got. This was so nice. We got a Halloween card for the second year in a row.
Yeah, I don't want to dox my address. Not that it matters, because shout out to Mandi Turner, our first bud of the week, who sent a awesome Halloween card with stickers.
Yeah, and it says, "Happy Halloween from the East Coast. Thank you both for being a constant source of laughs and fun in my ears. I've also enjoyed catching the YouTube stuff. Yahoo! Hope you have a spooky and fun time and find all the joy you both deserve." That is just like, man, mail from a friend is
Love
the
mail
coolest.
from a friend. Thank you, Mandi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being a bud. Let me see these stickers.
Yeah, and there's a little black cat
Nightmare
card.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, it was just great.
I like Bride of Frankenstein. I think she's hot. I had a crush on her growing up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Ghosts.
Your crushes are so funny.
Pink and Bride of Frankenstein.
I mean, that says so much about you.
We don't need to go too deep. There's no time.
I was, what's his fucking name? Magnum PI and Jack Tripper, John Ritter.
Yeah.
Those were my crushes.
Wow. I understand both.
Puts me right in a time, you know?
Yeah.
Also, shout out Murder, She Wrote. I have been watching that show lately, and man, just shout out to like Angela Lansbury and what she did with that incredible piece of art. It's fantastic. Okay.
So thank you, Mandi, and thank you for being a bud.
Thank you.
And our other bud of the week this week.
It's fucking rambling today. Our other bud of the week, we have a we have pics.
There's Mandi. Who also
is wearing a shirt that says "Vasectomies prevent abortions after my own heart."
Yeah, I this is on her Instagram. I need to read the story more thoroughly, but I think maybe her and her boo got a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Fantastic. I just had a interesting conversation with some guy in my comments. He was all mad about whatever. And I was like, "Oh, so did you get a vasectomy?" And he was like, "No, I have no need to mutilate my sex organs." And I was like, "Oh, bro, you just don't know what a vasectomy is. Like, it doesn't affect your performance or anything. It just literally stops you from being able to impregnate people. And they're reversible. So
they super are.
Get one.
And it probably makes your ball sack longer, because don't they cut the cord so that your nuts are going to hang longer and stretch out the sack? So you'll probably have like a bigger nut sack, which is always cool.
Fucking great.
You know what I'm
Do
saying?
your balls hang low? Can you time in a bow? Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Mandi rocks.
Shout out Mandi, and also shout out to our other bud of the week,
Allie for McAllie, who proposed to her boo on stage at our Weed and Grub Live when we were in San Francisco at Sketchfest. The most amazing moment at any live show that we've had.
Unbelievable.
The coolest. And so for Halloween, she sent us a pic. And again, we understand that today is whatever, November 15th, but we had to share because they were Travis and Taylor.
Yeah.
Tavis, is that what the couple name is? Travis. Oh, thank you, Mark. Mark's shouting at me like you dumbass. Tavis. But they're so fucking cute as Travis and Taylor, and I don't know. It's so sweet. And Allie is just the best. Like, I follow Allie on IG, and like, it's always a good adventure, sparkly fun time at like music festivals and running around and just living life to the fullest.
To the fullest.
The
Surfing,
max. Yeah.
seeing sunsets,
Yep.
living life.
Being
Loving.
cool, being nice, being kind.
Yeah.
Best kind of bud.
Right?
Yeah,
These are good buds.
they sure are.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah.
Mandy and Allie. We love you guys.
Love y'all, and give them a follow.
Give them a follow and follow us at Weed and Grub on Instagram. We're Mike and Mary Jane on TikTok. We are wg@weedandgrub.com if you want to email us, send us pictures, any of that kind of thing. We love hearing suggestions for topics you want to hear us talk about as we continue to grow.
Yeah.
And
come to the Emjays in Vegas, November 30th,
November
Palms Hotel.
30th. Yep.
I just found out it's a 2,000 seater that we're hosting in.
2,263 seats.
Yeah.
I've been obsessing over it. I'm like,
That's
holy
so
shit.
dope.
Yeah, and there are going to be some amazing presenters at the show,
There's
like
one through
Ganja
the
Guru,
door right there. Shout out Raj.
our friend Roger, and like it's just going to be an incredible time. Everyone in the industry coming together to celebrate a bunch of cool stuff, and we have been writing some hot bits.
I cannot wait.
I mean, listen, we're obsessed. It's going to be a good time. So the Emjays, EMJAYS.com. You can get tickets. Come hang with us in Vegas, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Come to freaking Vegas.
Come to
What,
fucking
you
Vegas.
think I'm not going to be taking Molly at the after party and ruining my career? Come on.
Fantastic. Please come. Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a good up.
Yeah. Thank you, producer Mark, for everything you do for us here at Petty Cash Studios. We love y'all. Yeah. See you soon.
I think so.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
You're still looking at the list.
Yeah. I'm just seeing if we did everything.
We're good.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.